Fire. Let's start trying to record this again. This is Gutbuster here, and we're going to report to you today on a very serious subject that everybody should be concerned with. Now, let me try to regather my thoughts here. We're going to explain to you some things today. We're going to explain the abomination of desolation and how it's happening, and you're already part of it, and how these things are happening on every county level in the USA. So most of you are already damned out there, and I'm showing you that this is what's going on. Here we go. This is going to be not as good a video as I was shooting the first time before we were disturbed. So let's get on with it. Now, we were pulled over in Mountain Home, Arkansas by Arkansas State Police named Justin Jarvie. We also have a judge here that's named Jody Carney. So we're going to show how all the corporations are involved with this. Oh, by the way, we just got a call back from a lawyer that denied us anything to do with this case because they're all involved with it too. So we're going to sit here and have a little chat with you. So we'll start with this ritual they're doing to us. Under duress, unwanted, and we don't want nothing to do with these people. So we're going to show you the Entergy bill again. And I'll be real clear with this, so you can see exactly. See this right here? 1215 to 22. It's at 0. 940 on the first reading. It was on 119 to 23. This was a new poll set in by Entergy right here. We have and this guy named Jack Housley comes out here. So we've been stalked since we got here by this cult. And I told this Jack Housley guy that he could put the power pole in anytime he wanted to because basically we were already staying at RV Park and had power and all that stuff. And he could pick any day he wanted. So what he did was he picked that date, 12/15, fire, with Jack Housley on this ritual right here. Fire coming down from the sky. This is a very important thing. So he came over and he tore up our yard, rutted it all to hell, windstopped trees, came over while it was raining to do so because he had to do it and be here at a specific time to do so. Okay. With that said, fast forward to the traffic stopping now because they already did this ritual on us. It was the same exact match for the killing of Rebecca Gould here with all these judges and sheriffs and everybody involved with it. And nobody here, in fact, we talked to a tow truck driver the other day who had to pull me out of the ice in the driveway. And he and his son stated that they didn't like Brandon Long here. And that they did not think that William Alma Miller killed this girl. And he knew why. I was asking him these questions. So we'll fast forward to the traffic stop here. This is my mom.
Hello.
Now, would you say that traffic stop was planned?
Yes, absolutely.
So this Arkansas State Trooper, Justin Jarvie, planned to pull us over on an unlawful traffic stop, no traffic violation, right?
Right.
And he then violated our Fourth Amendment
Sure did.
by illegal search and seizure of my documents.
Sure did.
Fished around for asking me if I was drunk, and I don't drink. Um, and she had already had a transient ischemic attack and was in the emergency room several days prior to me taking her to the doctor when this traffic stop occurred. Um, Now, your doctor set up the appointment with you, right?
He did.
And that was Baxter Healthcare in Mountain Home.
It was.
And he set that date for 12/15, right?
He did.
Okay. Now, with that said, you went into this doctor expecting to get your medication regulated because you had real high blood pressure, right?
I did.
And
it was not taken care of. And I ended up in the emergency room because of all this.
you almost died from it, right?
And I almost died from it.
And would you say this is abuse?
Abuse of the elderly. Absolutely.
Coercive abuse?
Coercive abuse.
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
And we're going to go back to me now because that's a little bit of my mom. She's an elderly lady. And we're going to go to this traffic stop. I'm going to show this one to you. See this one right here? 12:15 to 25. This is Arkansas Uniform Law Enforcement, State Police, ticket number and all. 12:49 p.m. So this would fall in the afternoon. And this was done by a officer named get this right, Justin Jarvie. And we want you to make sure you pay attention to February 26, 26 at 9 a.m. Okay. You want to make sure you see that this is done for Baxter County Mountain Home over at this address. Okay. So we're showing you this ticket. Um, and this was done under duress. Okay. We want to make sure we state that. This was forced upon us. And so is the court date. And so is anything else we have to do hereafter. Okay. So now this guy would fire on this ritual. This Arkansas State Police trooper, he restarts this ritual on us. Okay. And under the guise of a traffic ticket. And this guy under the guise of a power pole. And this is to show you how all the people are involved with this. So I'm going to track over here to this guy's name. Because all these people's names have seem to have popped up in Texas. And we're wondering if their names are even legit at this point. So I've had people I encountered in East Texas, at Galveston, and we're going to record this because Jarvie means lake, reflecting the connection to nature of the Nordic landscape. Okay, if I can get this to you. The name Jarvie comes from a Finnish word Jarvi, which translates to lake. Okay, so now we got Justin here. Justin Lake. Let me pull this back for a second. So this would be talking about the Lake of Fire, along with the power pole guy and his hijinks. So we want to make sure we document this. So this is ASP 228 badge number Justin Jarvie. His name means lake. Jarvie means lake. Justin Lake of what? Fire. Fire. Just like this guy, just like Rebecca Gould here, on this Rebecca Gould investigation. So they started this ritual all over again. So, with that said, Judge Jody Carney, and you can spell this EY or with an I, and this is February 26th at 9 o'clock in the morning. And by the way, on that morning, there's a planetary alignment with 6 planets lining up at the same time. Okay. Now, with that said, on the 17th of February, we have a Ring of Fire eclipse. Let me pull this back up. So we're going to go with Jody on our search. The meaning of Jody. Okay. Jody is derived from Judith or Joan, word meaning praised or Jehovah increases. So we're going to write Jehovah increases and praise. Okay, that's the first part of the name. Now let's go back to the second part of the name. And we'll go right on over here to Carney, which is a culinary term. And I'm going to show it to you. Uh, or a dietary term related to meat. Meat or flesh. Similar to flesh or meat uh, being carnus. Okay. I'll type this on here so you can see it's a dietary context, meaning meat and all that. So we're talking flesh here. Okay. So here we got a judge sitting here at Mountain Home. I hope I got that on camera. I hope I got that on camera. So we got a judge here at Mountain Home, which means praise Jehovah increase, her first name. And Carney can be spelled both ways, I or with the EY. And that means in the flesh. So basically, you're looking at God in the flesh. Okay. This judge doing this Ring of Fire ritual on us with a Justin Jarvie, Arkansas State Police Trooper. And when we went to the FBI the first time, and I asked them if my name was in the Book of Life or if I was on a government hit list, their response was, it's called the Great Divorce, okay, from the FBI at Little Rock. You can confirm they said this, right?
They sure did. Yes.
And did they help us at all?
No, absolutely not.
So you would say that our name is not in the Book of Life then?
No.
Seeing as how you done got out of an emergency room by who a doctor who waited for her to have a problem because he had to go and set her appointment on the 15th so I could be ticketed by a guy who was waiting for me. Just like Jack Housley here, who waited until the 15th in the rain and everything else to stick that power pole in. Just like the start of this Rebecca Gould case, where that happened to her too. So we got a whole group of people here. We got corporations, Richwoods Water Corporation here with the Don Smith. I'm gonna make sure I put these words, these out because did you or did you not go to the mayor, Roger Gardner.
I did.
And did you not show him all this that I'm sitting here with right now?
We did, yes.
He gave me a secret handshake, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
And so I'm not part of the secret handshake club, and neither is she. And you did state to him that you had a heart condition and you did not need this, right?
Yes, I did.
And the day before, when we threw this on the desk and he wasn't there, and we talked to the secretary, she told us it looked like we were under attack, huh?
Right.
So the masonry deal for red here. Here, I'll do that one too. You want me to do that one? You can look this up. The masonry red color is a word for blood or war or fire. Either way, these things were intentionally done to us because we're being stalked, targeted, discriminated against, uh, entrapment. I can say all kinds of words about this. And you can even tell CNN and all them, or The View, or whoever it was who was making comments how about God's a woman. Um, and apparently they think they are, because Miss Jody Carney here is the God in flesh. Here, let me see. Let me write flesh here. So, your government's playing God. What does your Bible tell you? You see them sitting in the place of God, calling themselves all that is God. This is the abomination that causes desolation. And at the FBI, I was talking about them about the abomination that causes UN depopulation. Um, so basically, let me put this up here because I'm done looking at stuff. So basically, got my red shirt on again for fire. So we'd like you to like and subscribe because I'm giving you very crucial information here. Um, you walking through life may see this as a traffic ticket, but it's way more than that, you see. Um, Now, I suspect there's two paths you can go here because you have fire on the 15th with Justin Jarvie, and then you have 33 days out. These are Freemasons. So you have, let's see, 16 days and 17 days uh, would be 33. Like a 33rd degree Freemason that gives you the secret handshake. So that's 33 days right there. So this is done with 6 planets overhead. Let's see, it was Jupiter, Venus, Uranus, Mercury, and there's a couple more. Y'all might want to look this up because it's a significant day. Might want to watch Trump and what he's doing at that point too. So two paths. And on the 17th, on the 33rd day, you got the Ring of Fire eclipse. And then you have the court date, which is February 26th of 26 at 9 o'clock. Remember how the video I gave you before, it was all nines? Everything added up to nine and everything. Even on the Unveiling Shadows podcast with Kimberly Mosby, that was a good show I did. Um, and the second path. So you're in the sign of water, Aquarius, the man, and are you being birthed into something? Are you giving up your birthright? Because this is about an idea, is what this is about with me, and me refusing to do so. Um, so, yeah, put your comments in on this one because, I call it the wheel of misfortune actually because You don't know whether to spin the wheel, buy a valve, phone a friend. You don't know what to do with this because technically there is a big trail of victims on this and a lot of dead people here and in Texas because of these people um, sitting here doing this fire. So we want to burn that in your mind. And we're here to instruct the people so they can make intelligent choices for themselves and what to do. The second part of the path would be to go to this court date, bow to the God of the woman or whatever it is, okay, that they're trying to pull off here. Um, and then shortly after that, on the 3rd of March, uh, um, there's a blood moon. So are you going through, and then you got the water with the man and the planetary alignment, and the water breaks, and then blood moon comes, and you're being birthed into something. Because when these two sheriff deputies showed up, both in June, 1 year and 2 days apart, female with the half moon overhead and the sun uh, setting, and the second male figure showed up with the sun rising with the half moon overhead. Um, this all adds right back up to Trump and the birthing of America. And if you look at the Charlie Kirk thing, it also matches this type of stuff. Because this would be the phoenix, the firebird that comes out of the ashes, where Trump stood up on 12/22 in Phoenix and started talking about the golden age while the Golden State was on fire with Gavin Newsom and all that. And you go 9 months from that, and wham, Charlie Clerk's dead. So you go 9 months from that, and you come with the birthday of America, death and rebirth. These people are doing human sacrifices, and they're doing it on TV. And Fox News and CNN are participating in cold blooded murder, if y'all haven't realized it by now. Um, and I've called them out on that. No news station, no lawyer, nobody will take this case, probably because they fear for their lives. And dying's not a bad thing. Um, I don't fear dying at all. I've had a near death experience, and I would have to say it would be a better place than you're currently in right now. Um, so, with that said, we're proving all these things with a big folder here. And hopefully, you can tell all your friends because Obama and the Pope showed up. Pope, first time he showed up to America, he showed up with the guy from Constantinople, Turkey, to reviving the Roman Empire. And they basically hijacked Christmas and New Year's. So the people who went out and celebrated Christmas and New Year's at that point in time were celebrating one world religion and one world order. Okay. Now with Trump, they've hijacked the birthday of America. Are you really birthing America, or is he birthing the New World Order? Y'all might want to pay attention to these things. Watch out for them. You decide. I'm just a reporter here. Um, uh, Anything you'd like to say on this, Mom? Let me put this up
I
here.
would like to say that everything he is telling you is absolutely true, and you better really give it a lot of thought because he is absolutely right. It is all going on just like he says.
And you can look up these things for yourself online.
Right.
Um, so we wanted to make sure we got this on camera as a testimony to Jesus Christ, not Yehovah, um, Jehovah. We've had Jehovah's Witnesses come over here several times too in the spring, um, and we weren't real happy with that because we were kind of being stalked, and we knew that this related to the Rebecca Gould case. Jacob Cole Barnes here was killed on a half moon. Um, and I'm saying this for the people in Mountain View, Arkansas, and Stone County, because voting time is coming up. And I ain't found anybody here who wants Brandon Long in there, or certain judges at that point. We've had some discussions. And with Jacob Cole Barnes being killed, there was an officer named Scobie that was shot at the same time. Um, and there was another officer wounded. Um, I had Aaron Collins' family member come up and say that they killed Aaron Collins and rewarded the officer for that crime. Um, I also have the Rebecca Gould here on the Half Moon, and when we put this on the hood of Justin Smith, Stone County, Arkansas Sheriff's car, and asked him, "Who are these people? What are they doing?" And we had a very short conversation. On January 2nd, 2024, he was killed by some guy named Clinton Hepton. Um, I'm not sure who that guy is exactly. I kind of thought maybe he went in after our conversation and had a disagreement with the sheriff. And maybe they might have had some involvement with Justin Smith being killed and just blamed Clinton Hepton. You really don't know. The guy on the tractor out here named Trey, and we got him on film too, threatening us that if we file a lawsuit that they will come kill us. We also have a Larry Fagel out here. We're saying names that threatened us on behalf of Judge Stacy Avey, the county judge here at Stone County, Arkansas. We were lured in here to be victimized. Those people in Texas were killed. Um, the guy at Nacogdoches was killed, Wayne Robeson, which was the son of Jen Wilhelm Robeson, um, on a black no moon on 12/25 of 22. And the Nacogdoches police are calling it a professional hit. But as I'm showing you right now, do you really think it was? Because Skip Inslee and Dallas Polygraph and his private investigation, was it Eric Harris was there too? Or was at the time I had hired him to come out to Centerville to discuss that situation. Uh, Next will be water. And the water associated with this one could be associated with that judge because it is in the sign of Aquarius. But if you watch Zeitgeist 2025, and by the way, because I'm talking about medical here and the half moons and her trip to the emergency room and all that for delay and denial of proper medical care, how you say, expedient medical care, um, so that they could pull you over and do the ritual, start the ritual on you. Um, Tom Horn, Zeitgeist 2025, the pagan deities that rule over America. Um, he made that video, and at the same time that they had stalked us into Branson, Missouri, after we notified the FBI, on the anniversary of Rebecca Gould being killed, and two male subjects knocked on our door with the half moon overhead, and we didn't answer the door. Um, it was probably 30 days later. We'd come back, and it was 30 days later, and I think it's further north in Missouri, Springfield, Missouri, that Tom Horn passed away, and that was a half moon. We also have several people here who maybe got their businesses on people who went into hospitals and didn't come out on half moons too. So, in no way would I trust any corporation, any political party, um, any hospital, or anything at this point. Um, an abomination of desolation or a abomination that causes UND population. You decide. I'm just here reporting this for everybody. Um, so it's election time, and I suggest all you people call it National Vote Out Incumbent Day. So anybody who's in office, vote them out. Don't matter who they are, vote them out. Y'all all need to get together and do something out there because people are being killed, and we were in fear for our life, but we're kind of looking at this in a different light now. We're not sure what to think of these people in this episode that they're doing. Uh, are you in fear for your life?
Absolutely.
Okay, and you think the medical people could do you wrong?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you heard it from Ma. So we're going to shut this video off now. I tried to make a long one for y'all to try to explain some of these things because you got water that comes after um, fire, which would be sign of Aquarius here, I guess. I call it March right there. And you also have the yellow kind. That would be blue. So you got red, uh, blue, yellow, and green. But there's colors in between. So and green would be September. And green would be about time Trump's talking about Greenland. So he might not be talking about Greenland, so to speak. You just don't know when the sheriff shows up here with a 14-year-old boy down the street that's got a green shirt on. And Galveston County lets me out when it's green in September. These things are all September type of events. So y'all be careful out there. You can maybe even say fire, water, air, earth. You could say the blood, the water, the spirit, the earth, the cross. You could say fire, hail associated with water, yellow being blow in June, which would be brimstone, and then over in September would be green hitting the earth, fire, hail, and brimstone. You could say a lot about this. You can even say as lightning strikes from Zeus being. Let me put this back. I'll speak a little longer. From Zeus coming up from December, as lightning shines from the east even into the west, Zeus has the lightning bolt. It also goes with your book of Revelation with the eagle flying over associated with Zeus, saying, woe, woe to the inhabitants who call evil good and good evil. Um, but I'm reporting these things. So if y'all aren't clear on this, and y'all can't see that I am reporting felony crimes, capital murder, um, then I don't know what to tell you. If any of these things have happened in your community, um, y'all need to get together and investigate it yourselves. But be very aware out there and be careful and watch out for one another. Y'all have a good day. Cut this off.